This is Willamina 22 by Poorboy and Catalyzer Industries. It's 62.28 megabytes to download, and the description there says, "Welcome to Willamina 22. Things are different here now. You'll find a paved road from bridge to bridge. There is no fuel sell point. BGA modified to make fuel for you. One sell point takes all. Working Sawmill, 2.5 times faster production, dealership, animal dealer, stone quarry, and the major difference in this 22 version is that it now has a farm, cows, chickens, silo, trailer house, 2 buildings, 1 field, and start-up equipment." Sounds very interesting, so let's go and check it out. And here we are, guys. This is where you start off in all 3 modes. And this is the map. So obviously this is a forestry map. It was on FS19. It's been brought over to 22, and like it says, it's been adapted and added a few things here and there. I am in new farmer mode. We start off over here. In new farmer mode, we start off with all of this. So all the sort of chunks of land you can see in blue. Now that all does come as one sort of package. That is 1.4 million just over to buy. It kind of takes in, we've got the sawmill here, we've got a sort of kind of modded BGA, which I'll cover in a second, animal dealer, and the shop. So we start off owning those plots, and this up here is the stone quarry, which we will check out later. And then obviously this part of land, which is where our starting farm is. We also get this field, as it says, and then you get all this forestry around. And this is quite a sort of nice grass area you could do something with, so not too bad. This sell point is separate to buy, but this is the Willamina sell all, so you can literally sell everything there. In terms of the other sort of prices, I think the cheapest sort of forestry area is this guy up here, 881,000. Obviously it does sound a bit pricey, but you are going to make a ton of money on this map by logging, if you're into that. This is the most expensive and largest, 4.2 million, 2.5, 3.1, 2.2, 1.6, 1.4, 2.4, 1.9, and then it's this area which takes in that sell point also takes in all this river, and that is 315,000 just over. So like it says in the description, there is 2 bridges, north and south, but if you did own this plot and then one of these, you could then probably extend out and make a couple of more bridges to sort of give you more ease of access. Down on the main farm, we've got a sleep trigger, chicken and cow pasture, a silo, and a fuel tank, which I was a little bit surprised at because it says something about not having any fuel on here. So I'm not sure why the header trailer is right over there, but it is. So anyway, so that is that. Go into this menu, bottom right, there is 20 collectibles. They are the cartridges, the game cartridges. In production change, that is what the BGA is called, the biofuel production. It has been sort of modified, so there is a couple of extra things you can dump in this biofuel production, and that is going to be grass, potatoes, canola, sunflowers, corn, and wood chips, which is pretty cool. Not all of them produce the diesel or DEF, that's diesel exhaust fluid. So grass, potatoes will, silage and slurry won't. Neither will manure and neither will sugar beet cut, but canola, sunflowers, corn, and wood chips will. We go over to this menu and go down to the outgoing products. It's just going to be digestate, diesel, and DEF, your diesel exhaust fluid. Now, as normal, you can select these from storing, selling, or distributing, but obviously I wouldn't put that on distributing because at the minute there is nowhere for any of those to go. But that is that. It says no contracts available because obviously there is only one field, and that is the one that we own. If you come on here and farm manage and start from scratch, you don't start off owning any land. I did come on here in those 2 modes and it was still saying that currently no contracts available. So whether you guys may load into it and that field might have a contract on it, I don't know. I wouldn't have thought so. I don't think it's probably been done like that, but anyhow, animal pens, obviously it's showing the chicken pasture and cow pasture. I think that's pretty much all of that bit. Go through slot counts and everything in a second. Let's get out of the trees. In terms of modded in, the only thing I could find in factories was this guy, which is the biofuel production. So as you can see, there it is, 250,000 to buy. But obviously we do start off with that in new farmer mode. Now show you the map again. In farm manager and start from scratch, none of this farm equipment or buildings, pastures, silo, none of it is here. So you don't start off with any land, you don't start off with any equipment, and no farmhouse, buildings, etc. And also this biofuel production is not there. So just something to note, that's in farm manager and start from scratch. So equipment in new farmer mode and slot counts. So in new farmer mode it is 677 slots, and we start off with all of this equipment. So we've got the John Deere 7810, that is your one and only tractor, the Deutsche Fire harvester, the Lizard picker, a Velga trailer, header for your harvester, got a stone picker, Amazon cultivator, got the Paro harrow, seeder. Those 2 guys will hook up to each other so you can cultivate and seed at the same time. A side mower, a windrower, baler, the trailer with the crane on for loading your logs, front loader with some attachments, the log fork, a bucket and a bow spike. I've got a low loader, header trailer and 1 weight, which is a 900 kilogram John Deere one. That is it. So like I say, in farm manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with anything. In the slot count on that mode, or those 2 modes, is 506. And in new farmer mode, if you sell off all of this equipment, you can get it down to 562. And then you can get it down further because you can sell off everything here at the farm, the pastures, the shed, the farmhouse, the silo, etc. You can get it down to 538, but I got it down even further because you can sell off the biofuel building if you own it in new farmer. That dropped it down to 529, and then you can get it down to low as 524, because down at the Willamina sell point there's one of the old abandoned barns, but you have to own this plot of land to get rid of that. So if you do that, you can get it right down to 524, which is pretty low. Right, that is enough waffling on. I didn't show you the painting, I do apologise. It is pretty the norm, much the norm. Got animal mud, asphalt, concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, gravel, rock and granite. That is it. Right, let's get going. So the pickup behind us, we've got our farmhouse with sleep trigger on the steps. We will go this way round. This is our chicken pasture, so your eggs will appear here. It's the standard base game one, 30 chickens, dialog boxes there, and this is your feed trigger. Moving along there, we've got the standard in-game 400,000 litre silo, just your standard crop types, tip in, pipe out like so. And then over this side we've got our cow pasture, so dialog box there, 15 cows that will hold. You will need to give them water, which is just there. It does have a little, no it doesn't, I thought that was a gate there. It's not, is it? I'll shut up. Your feed troughs just there, and then this is going to be your milk collection point. So you can see bottom right it has got milk on there. Now because it's a pasture, they will not produce slurry or manure, so just something to note there. Quickly run over here and then we'll run back in. there's our harvester ready to go. This is our field, which has got canola ready to harvest, so you could possibly dump that straight into the biofuel production if you wanted to. A few trees on this plot, as you can see. Trailer, some of the sheds. We do start off with some pallets and big bags. So we've got a pallet of mineral feed there. We've got a big bag of lime. We've got solid fertilizer, seeds just there, and we've got some chicken feed. So you've got something to sort of start you off feeding your chickens. These are pretty obvious. Stone pickers just there. There's another one just there, straight in your face. There's also one there. That's 3 already on your farm. More equipment. And then this is our small petrol tank, fuel tank. It is empty, but you can fill it up from there, 5,000 litres, and then take out from there. And that is it. Right, what I'm going to do is we're going to reset the pickup up to here, and then we'll check out the stone quarry, and then we'll just come all the way down and we'll finish up down there. I think that's the easiest thing to do. So obviously you can see straight away from here that that is our reset point up at the shop, and here we are. Pretty cool. So we've got Willamina motors, which is pretty nice. Got a workshop trigger just there with your icon there, and then your shop icon is just there as well. So obviously we do own this plot of land, so it's quite nice and flat and open, so you can easily put down some more buildings or whatnot here. So you do have a little bit of land already at your disposal to sort of put things down if you want to get going like that. And then until you start clearing trees. I'm going to stay low because obviously there's a lot of trees overhanging, so we need to turn into here. I won't worry about showing you any of the bridges. At the end of the day, they're just bridges. I do have this random, it almost looks a bit out of place, that rock up there. It's I don't know, it's a bit bizarre. So this is the stone quarry, and I think it was it Piney Run? I could be wrong. I'm sure it was Piney Run had one of these up the top. It might even be the same map maker actually, Poorboy, I think it was. So these are all stones. I know they look a little bit ugly, but I tested earlier with a wheel loader, and just like that other map, it is stones there. So I would probably put down a lime production point up here straight away, and maybe a water point. So you can easily make some lime from all of that. There's a ton of stones there. So there's your stone quarry, and obviously in new farmer mode we do own that. I may even go in cab, guys, because it does get a bit overhanging along this main stretch. I prefer to sort of go out cab so you can get a view of the sort of scenery and the landscape of a map, but obviously this being forestry, all we see really is some trees. So on the left, I'm just going to stop there because obviously there is no traffic on here. Got our animal dealer just here. This is your dialogue box, so it's going to show the chicken and cow pasture because we do own them. There's a little bit of the river you can see just to our right. And then next up on the list is that biofuel production, which is just in here. And again, there's a little bit of room up here to place something down, but it's similar looking to the sort of BGAs we get. So you can tip in there and there. You can manage the production point from here, like so. And then there's sort of like your digestate output, I would imagine. So pretty cool. Like I say, you can sell that off if you own it in new farmer mode. Well, in fact, farm manager and start from scratch, it isn't actually there, so only in new farmer mode. Just across into here, this is the start of the sawmill. I quite like this sign here, it's pretty cool. So welcome to Willamina Lumber Company. Log sale only, go left. Logs to lumber, go around the back. So we're going to go left and actually do both of those. So right in front of us, guys, I will drive through it, is this sale point, and this is South Valley Biomass Energy. This is a place where you can sell wood, wood chips and straw. Just through there, and there's your trigger. Up round the back, this is going to be your wood chip sort of product area, and then this is the sort of main sawmill, so you'd pull up in there to sell your wood, and you can manage it as a production point. Buy it, sorry, 100,000. Pretty straightforward. And I would imagine just in under there, look, is where your product is going to appear. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So out of the sawmill, we will now go past our farm. Go in cab again. I'll show you that sort of nice green area. It's quite a nice spot actually. I'd be tempted to move the farmhouse down here, because we go now out cab, a nice green area, and it's right by this lovely river. We've got a nice view of the mountains, so that's pretty cool. We do have a hot air balloon in the distance as well. If we were to carry on straight down, we would go across the bridge, which is literally just there. Look, you can see in the background. We need to turn down here, because this is the last point of interest really. Now there is a little bit of a glitch with this, which you'll see in a second when we get there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can go this way. It basically does a loop round, but I would rather go this way because it's easier to show you. So yeah, it just does a loop round the actual sale point. So there's the abandoned barn, which you can sell if you own this plot of land. Now that is floating, so you can get up it, but it's a bit of a bumpy experience, like so. So that will need to get sorted, I think. But apart from that, that is it, guys. So basically we did the shop, we came out up the main road, stone quarry, all the way down, animal dealer, into the biofuel, into the sawmill, past our farm, a field, stopped before the bridge and cut through here. You can't actually really see that track. And then just here, this sale point. That is it. That is Willamina 22 by Poorboy and Catalyzer Industries. Hope you have all enjoyed the map tour. If you have, please give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please do. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I'm going for a swim. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.